Welcome in Mountaineer Nation. I'm Sam the Man, and this is another episode of the Mountaineer Effect. If you haven't already, please press that subscribe button. I'm well on my way to 700, and I appreciate each and every one of you. We're fixing to start doing some giveaways for hitting our 600 mark, but the more we get, the more giveaways we'll do. Since the beginning of the coaching carousel, 22 coaches, head coaches, have relocated throughout the country. And this has been a huge issue for every school that's been affected, because that puts every school on a time clock to replace their head coach. But what is causing this major issue? I'm going to tell you what that is, what's going on, and the potential ramifications right here on the Mountaineer Effect. Let's go. For the casual fan, you may not understand why so many coaches have moved on to greener pastures so far this year. But for the casual fan, you may not realize that it's the early signing period that's created all of this. And that's where kids can sign letters of intent and their commitments to colleges earlier. And these are the results. Coaches have to recruit quicker, which means if a school is thinking of getting away from their coach, they've got to hire so that that coach can start recruiting immediately. However, the Big 12 Commissioner, Bob Bowlesby, is in talks with the NCAA's Oversight Committee about going ahead and changing the early signing period because of the issues that it's created. I am all for this. I thought the early signing period was going to be a great thing, but it has turned out to be one of the worst rule changes the NCAA's had in a long time. It's impacted not only the players, but the coaches and their families, and their ability to coach games honestly. I do believe there are examples of coaches underperforming out there. I'm not going to get into that here, but I think that if they don't do something now, this coaching carousel that we're on will continue. If you look at the amount of schools that there are in the FBS, this could be the pattern for the future. Every year you have 20 coaches, go around, and you multiply that by like 180 schools, and it's just going to continue happening year after year. I think that the Big 12 Commissioner is right on track for bringing this up with the Oversight Committee. I think that they need to change it now. It needs to go back to what it was before, before 2017, back to when instead of signing in mid-December, it's the first week of February. They need to get past the bowl season before they sign their commits. I think that would bring some integrity back to the coaching box and to these universities that are what I call predatory hiring, pulling coaches away from successful programs and leaving them in a state where you wonder, how long have they been talking? How long has the coach and the new school been interacting? And, on whose dime is that coach being courted on, if you know what I mean? For example, Lincoln Riley, there's no doubt that he was talking to USC way before their bye week. So Oklahoma likely funded some of USC's attempts to lure Lincoln Riley in. And I think if they could prove that should be a huge recruiting violation or something. It should be something. It just shouldn't happen. Them looking at this now instead of later is going to benefit college football as soon as they get it changed. I think that this money go round scenario that we're in, where all these coaches are getting paid these obscene amounts of money that are unproven to schools that have never shelled out that kind of money, I think we need to shut that down. Let's bring some integrity back to the NCAA. Let's bring some integrity back to college football. Let's get back on the right side. Let's not make this any uglier than it has to be. Especially, with the luring of coaches. But I'm Sam the Man. I just wanted to bring that up because I thought it was interesting. I had a conversation with Coos over at Coos' Corner about this just the other day, and here we are. The Big 12 commissioner is taking it head on. I'm glad to hear it. But I'm Sam the Man. This is the Mountaineer Effect. I appreciate you tuning in. Let's go, Mountaineers!